Once there was a merchant who traveled far and wide all over the world. But one village in Ethiopia stuck out in his heart. This is that story. When he encountered upon this village, he set up stand to sell his wares, when a crowd was consumed by a nearby field. The crowd was enamored with whatever it was, and the merchant had to know. So he wandered through the crowd to see a man under plow like an ox. The man trudged forth, and sweat from his brow. Oh, and the merchant felt deep sorrow within his heart and shed a single tear. The man said, "My friend, do not feel sorry for me, because everything passes and everything changes, and my suffering will pass too." So the merchant packed his things, and he went on his journey, thinking about what that man under plow had said. He traveled far and wide, and the next year he encountered on the village again. He looked for the man. He wandered through the field to see no one. The village had changed. He asked a woman passing by. She said, "There was once a man here who acted like an ox under plow. Do you remember him? Is he still alive?" She laughed a big laugh. "Oh, yes, he is alive. Good fortune has smiled upon him, and he is now king of this whole region." The merchant could not believe his ears. He stormed through the gates of the kingdom, and sure enough, that man was sitting at the throne. The merchant went up to the king and said, "You, sir, do you remember me?" The king said, "Yes, I do. You were the man who shed a tear for me." The merchant could not believe this good fortune and congratulated him. But the king said, "My friend, though this may be good fortune, everything changes, everything passes, and my good fortune will pass too." The merchant left with joy, reunited with his new friend, and he traveled far and wide to come back to that village once more the next year. The kingdom had looked different. He went through the gates and saw different guards. He said, "Where is the former king?" And a soldier reported to him that the king had passed away, and that his grave would be out front. The merchant felt a hollow grief in his heart as he sauntered out to find the man's grave. And on his grave plot said, "Everything changes, everything passes, and this will pass too." The merchant did not understand how even then that message could still be true. So he left with a heavy heart. He traveled far and wide, and come again the next year he went to pay his respects. But the village had looked new again. He wandered through the fields, barged through the castles, to see there was no graveyard, there was no grave, but a new building with flickering lights and big, beautiful, extravagant windows. And a man, he said, "There was once a grave here that said everything changes, everything passes." And the construction man said, "Yes, I do remember that grave, but it is swept under to build this building." And the man looked at the glory of the building, and he said, "Everything changes, everything passes, and this will pass too. One day this building will also crumble." And that's the end of my story.